This is not good. A copy of Super Mario 64 sold for a whopping $1.5 million, making it the most expensive video game ever sold at auction. How does something like that happen, especially for a game as common and universally well known as Mario 64?
Well, it shouldn't. This game has sold millions of copies and has been readily accessible for people who want to play it for years. Very many expensive games do not have this luxury. Take for example Panzer Dragoon Saga, a very late release for the Sega Saturn that had a very low print run during its release in 1998. Couple that with the Saturn itself being not so popular at the time, and you have a game whose now astronomical value precedes its reputation. This game is a cult classic, and the only way to play it is on a console that not very many people had, leading to its now high price tag. And that's all just to play this game. Super Mario 64, on the other hand, has been available on multiple generations of Nintendo hardware since its release, and an original physical copy can be easily found between $20 or $30 secondhand. Which brings us back to our $1 million Mario problem. Who in their right mind would spend that much money on a video game? Well, we don't know that, the buyer is remaining anonymous. What we do know are the dangerous ramifications that this high-dollar purchase could potentially set for small-time collectors, as well as the average person who simply wants to enjoy a video game. Recently, the collector market for classic games has gotten way out of hand with dramatic price increases. Untapped collectors markets for certain consoles are being seeked out by new players looking to make a quick buck, rather than simply enjoy the game. Personally, I like to collect old Sega Saturn games. It's a console I was very unfamiliar with, and a majority of its library never saw the light of day on other systems, outside of multi-platform releases. My main goal when collecting was always, and still is, to play these games, because there was never an easier way of getting our hands on some of these titles. And now with the collector market becoming the way it is, a lot of games will become so unobtainable for so many people that there's no easy way to play them legally. It is worth noting that the $1 million Mario 64 was a brand new factory sealed copy. Its condition was immaculate, but by no means was it worth the price it went for.
It's very unlikely that this auction will dramatically change the price of Mario 64 on the secondhand market, but if a game as common as Mario 64 can fetch that high of a price tag, things aren't looking too hot for the future of classic games. For Gaming Trends, I'm David Lewis.